Good afternoon, everyone. You can use the chat box for communicating with me. Okay. So let's take this down. Okay. Let's see who all are there today. Simarpreet, good afternoon. Kunal, Deepa, Yukta, Priyanka, Aisha, Parul, Abhinandan. A very good afternoon. Okay. Yes. So today's topic is mathematics of finance. So, before we do that, there were so many questions regarding how to study, right? So let me take this forward. Just quickly, I will tell you how to study quantitative aptitude. Yeah. So quantitative aptitude studies. See, you should now exam is very near. So morning, afternoon, and night. So in the morning, you should study for any of these chapters. What you should do your sums. Okay. In the morning, you are supposed to do your sums. In the afternoon, what you should do is, yes, Vinod, Vinod, you have a question? You can put it in the chat box. Okay. In the afternoon, you should, for all the chapters, you should see which are the theory questions. Okay. Because in the afternoon, you by the afternoon, you're a little tired, you don't want to solve some. So what you should do it early in the morning, whenever you get up, the first thing you are going to do is solve sums on mathematics, which includes all, statistics, mathematics, and logical reasoning. And at night, what you should do is you should write down, not read, write down formulae. And those who have attended my earlier lectures know you must have a formula notebook. Okay. So all the formulas that you will be needing, you should write over there every day, depending on how tired you are or how much time you have, try to write down at least 4-5 pages of the formulas. Okay. And just not only writing, you should have that, like you should be totally into it. You should try to understand. Yes, Anshu, good afternoon. Vikas, good afternoon. Okay, so that should happen. And now you should not like for 1 month I'm doing only mathematics and forgotten about statistics. 1 month I'm doing only logical reasoning. No, every day you should do like some of math, some of statistics, and some of logical reasoning. Okay, this is the way. अगर इनका मैथ्स की सम्स कर लिए तो इनका थ्योरी कर लीजिए, तीसरे का ये कर लीजिए, बिकॉज देर आर नो थ्योरी क्वेश्चंस इन लॉजिकल रीजनिंग. सो theory questions are more in statistics, so you could do that. Then you can change also. Okay, so this is the normal way in which I would suggest that you do. Like if you do 1 hour of math of sums, 1 hour of theory. So theory questions, you can read the theory and see which chapter. So you can always already have a list of chapters where the theory is important. So you could do that, and then you read the theory, answer the theoretical questions. Okay, and then notebook. This requires a lot of effort. Okay, and as I keep telling you, you should know the tables of your prime numbers. So you should know your tables of prime numbers. Okay. So that when if you see set 169, you should know it is going to come in the table of 13. Others you're trying to do that because sometimes it becomes easier if you know it. Okay, you have the calculator, you will be able to use it. That is not an issue, but still. Okay, now let us go to the chapter in hand. Okay, so all those things, all those who feel that they don't know or they are worried now, मेरी पढ़ाई नहीं हुई मैं क्या करूं, don't worry. If you do it systematically, you will be able to do it. Okay, so now let us go to the listen. What is this formula about? I is equal to principal into interest rate into time. This is the formula for what? Quickly in the chat box. Yes, very good. Who has answered? Let me check the names. Yes, Sri, Raj, Abhinandan. Okay, Devendra, Yukta. So all of you have done it. Very nice. So all of us know this formula. So sometimes when I get a question on this, what happens is I should pay attention. If I get a question on simple interest, I should pay attention to what is the period, okay, whether the rate of interest is given in per annum or not, because they will not give you a simple question that you asked in class 8. Okay, there will be a little twist to it. So just be careful. Interest rate, it can be per annum, okay, and whether you have to find something monthly, then what will you do with the interest? Suppose I have the interest of 5% per annum, then what will happen if I have to find something per month? So what will the rate of interest be? 5% upon 12. So this is 5 upon 1200. How much will this be? Okay, in terms of decimal. So yes, anybody can tell me? 5 divided by 1200. The answer is 0.0125. Okay, yes. Well answered. Yes, Anshu, Aisha, Joy, yes. Okay. So, so you have to be just careful. That is why you have the, like, let us do this question. Question 8. Simple questions we are going to do first so that this is all you get used to it. Sum requires to earn a monthly interest of 1200 at 18% per annum simple interest. So, what is the I is equal to PIT? How much do I need? A monthly interest of 1200. Okay. 1200 monthly interest into 12 months. P is how much? What is P they are asking? How much is I? 18. 18 upon 100. And how much is T? Okay. So we can break. Now there are both ways. Okay. I can do into 12 and into 12 over here. But they are asking you only for 1 month. Okay. So monthly interest. So what will I do? I will write I will be equal to 1200 and rate of interest will be how much? 18 upon 1200. Okay, into P into 1. Okay, 1 is what? 1 month. So now how much do I get? This is 12 into 12, 14400 divided by 18 is equal to P. 14400 divided by 18 is 80,000. Okay, Mitali, I will see. Yes. So this is 80,000. So I get P to be equal to 80,000. P to be equal to These are four zeros. Huh? P is equal to rupees 80,000. Okay. You can do this by converting it into 12 months, but we don't need it because it's a very simple thing. Let me see. You want 7th. Okay. See, what will we do, Mitali? We'll try to do as many here, and then I'll go to the question 7 that you are asking for. Okay, I'll just I will have to open the study material. Ninth sum. A sum of money amounts to 6,200 in 2 years and 7,400 in 3 years. The principal and rate of interest are, yes, anybody can solve this? So a sum of money is 6,200 in 2 years. So what is the difference? This was question 8. Let us do question 9. Okay. So 7,400 minus 6,200 is how much? 200. 200 is the interest earned in 1 year. Okay. So 200 is equal to P into I is how much? I don't know. Into T is how much? 1 year. So upon 100. So P into I is equal to 2000. Okay. Now for any year. So what do I have? 6,200 is the amount. Okay. 6,200 minus P is equal to the interest earned of P into I into 2 because 2 years upon 100. Now P into I already know is 2000. So this is equal to 2000 into 2, 4000 upon 100. 6,200 minus P is equal to this much. So P will be equal to how much? Can you? You can cancel here. 0, 0. This becomes 40. So P will be equal to how much? 3,000? Oh, 1,200. Okay, thank you, Ruhani. This is 1,200. 1,200 into 100, this is 12,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me just correct this. 1 0 is missing. So let us do this. Okay. So this will be how much? P into I. Okay, very good. Thank you for pointing it out. So option A will be the correct answer. Let me see. Is Ruhani, then Parul. Okay, wait. I have not finished the question, right? Okay. You want to first understand the logic. No problem with that. See what is happening here. Okay. I think calculation aspect is easy. Let us understand. This 9th question. What is happening? I have a sum of money, say X. Okay. I have a sum of money X. and I have a rate of interest I. In 1 year, how much interest will it earn? X into I. So how much will my amount be? X into X plus X into I. If you can't understand, let me say, let us suppose I have 100 rupees with me with 5% interest rate. Okay. How much interest will I receive? 5% into 100. That is rupees 5 will be the interest, right? So how much will I get? 105 rupees after end of 1 year. Now they are saying 2 years, but this is simple interest. So every year I'll get 5 rupees. So after 2 years, how much will I get? 10 rupees as interest. So what is the amount? What is the amount after 2 years? Rupees 110. Similarly, amount after 2 years. Amount after 3 years will be equal to rupees 115, right? 100 and 115. So how much will I interest earn? Interest earned in 1 year. This is the amount I get in 3 years. This is the amount I get in after 2 years. So 3 years minus 2 years. So 115 minus 110 is equal to how much? 5. Isn't it? Rupees 5 is the interest I earn in 1 year. Okay. This is the interest I earn in 1 year. वही लॉजिक हम अभी यूज कर रहे हैं 7,400 minus 6,200 will give me the interest I earn in 1 year. So how much interest am I earning? 1,200 in 1 year. 7,400 minus 6,200, 1,200 in 1 year. This is the interest I earn in PI into T is 1. Okay, so 1,200 into PI. Okay, I can write it as I upon 100 or I can use it as I. Either way, you will get the same answer. Okay, now this you can actually, now because you have an MCQ, you can solve this like this, but the simplest way to do it by seeing the options. Okay, let us see the first option. First option 3,800, 13.31.58%. Let us see in 2 years how much will the interest get. Okay, because it's an MCQ, I can do that. Okay, so 3,800 into 31.58 into 2 years upon 100. So how much is this? Yes, Anshu, I'm telling the question once again. Okay, you are understanding now? Okay, so here you can do it 3,800 into 31.58 into 2 divided by 3,800 into 31.58 into 2 is equal to 3,800 into 31.58 into 2 is equal to divided by 100. 2,400. Okay. So how much interest I am getting? Interest is equal to, interest is 2,400 plus 3,800. Okay. So this is my interest. So principal, my amount will be equal to principal plus interest. 3,800 plus 2,400. Answer is rupees 6,200. Okay, this is correct. But you should not stop here. You should also calculate for 3 years. Okay, so let me calculate interest for 3 years. Interest for 3 years will be equal to 3800 into 31.58 into 3 upon 100. How much is this? 3800 into 31.58 into 3. Okay. Divided by 100. 3600. Okay. So this is 3600. So what will be the amount after 3 years? Principal plus interest. So this is 3800 plus 3600, which is giving me 7400. Okay. So second thing is also correct. And so option A is the correct answer. Okay. So either you can do it like this, solve it the whole way, but there is no need because you have an MCQ. Remember, this method is useful for simple interest. 10th question, a sum of money doubles itself in 10 years. The number of years it would require to triple itself would be. A sum of money doubles itself in 10 years. Yes. Who has answered? Yes, very good. Sri Satya, Sathunya, Abhinandan, Ayesha, Anshu, Gamer. Yes, very good. Raj, you're saying 15 years. Neha is saying 15 years. Okay. Yes. So most of you know the answer. It is doubling in 10 years because this is a simple interest problem. Okay. Because it's a simple interest problem. So 5, it's a multiple of 5 here. Okay. Now comes compound interest. So what is A? Amount. Amount is equal to principal into 1 plus interest rate raised to the uh, time, or what we call as number of conversion periods. Okay, where in school we learned it as time, so I've written time, but actually I'm using the word number of conversions. Okay. Now understood, Parul? Very good, very good. Okay. So if I have one day, if my interest rate is applicable every day, then my number of conversion period is 365. So that 1 plus I raised to n. In this n here will be equal to 1 plus I raised to 365. Most important. Okay. Most important thing is, what is the most important thing? Remember to divide the interest rate. Okay, this is very important that you remember to divide the interest rate. Okay, so it is, I will also be upon 365. Okay, I will also be upon 365. Let me write it over here. For example, it is 1 month, it will be 1 plus I upon 12 raised to 12. Okay, this will be the way you should remember. Aisha, you don't know 10th question? Oh, let me see what happened. A sum of money doubles itself in 10 years. Okay. Okay, just let me show it over here. So, suppose I start with 100 rupees. Okay. How much interest I'm earning? It is doubling. Means what? Amount is becoming 200. So, interest is how much? Amount minus principal. So, 200 minus 100. That means I'm earning an interest of 100 rupees. Now 100 is equal to, what is the formula? I is equal to PIT. Okay. So P is how much? 100. I is in the rate, and time is 10 years. Okay. So 10 years. Okay. So I into 10. So how much will I be? I will be equal to 100 upon 1000. So what is the rate of interest? 10%. Okay. Now, if I want to triple means what? A is how much? 3 times principal. How much is my principal? This is an example. So 100 I have taken. You can take the same example. A is 300. How much will my interest be? Interest is equal to amount minus principal. Amount is 300. Principal is 100. So how much interest is it? 200. Okay. So now I have got I is equal to PIT. Okay. 200 is the interest. Principal is 100. Interest rate is 10%. And time is, what is the question is time. So how much will I get? Time to be equal to 200 upon 100 into 10 into 100. Okay. So this 0 get cancelled, this get cancelled. Answer is 20 years. Okay. Is that clear? Devendra, yes, I will solve question 7. Just let me finish this and I will go and see. Okay? I just have to open the study material to see what is question number 7. Don't worry, I will solve it. Okay? In the break, I will open that and I will give you see the question and solve it for you. Okay. Rupees 2000 is invested at an annual rate of interest of 10%. What is the amount after 2 years if the compounding is done annually, semi-annually, quarterly, and monthly? Okay. So for this example, annually. Annually, if I have, what is the formula? A is equal to P 1 plus I upon 100 raised to N. Okay. So A is how much? That I want to find out. P is how much? 2000. 1 plus, because it is annual rate of interest is 10% and compounding is done annually. So this will be 10 upon 100 raised to N. Okay. 2 years. So 2. So this is 2000 into 1.1. 10 upon 100 is 0.1. 1 plus 1 square. Okay. And then you can solve this. 1.1 square is 1.21. 1.21 into 2000. Okay. As far as possible, I will tell you the steps because this is more like you will be able to understand everything. So you can do this. Now, semi-annually. So this is what we usually do. So we don't have any problem. Now let us talk about semi-annually. In semi-annually, what happens is that after 6 months, again the interest is triggered. Okay, again now in the first case, what happens? Today, what is the date? 10th May. Okay. So next 10th May, the bank is going to again give you interest. So for it is going to give you interest for the whole. If you keep the money with them, if you keep this 2000 rupees with them for the year, so what will happen after 1 year? They will give you 10% interest. So, and because this is a compounding problem, now we have for 2 years. And on that interest that I earned after first year, I again get the interest. So that the 2000 becomes 2000 into 1.21. So that way I get the answer. But here, now when I'm saying semi-annually, means in case of earlier example, there were two years. Now semi-annually means what? The year is divided into two halves. So 2 years will be divided into four halves. Okay. Year is divided into two halves. So 2 years you will have four halves. Okay. 6 months each. So this will become n is equal to how much? You have 2 divided by 2 into 2, that is 2 halves, that is 4. Okay, you have 4. And what will be the rate of interest now? A rate of interest will be 10 upon 2. Okay, 10 upon 2, which is equal to 5%. Yukta is saying 2431. Yes, Joy, I'm trying to explain the logic only. That, see, let me show it by a number line. I have 100 rupees here with me. Okay, this is 10th May. Normally, if I keep my money 10th May 2024 till the 9th of May 2024, I keep the rupees 100 with the bank for the whole year. They are going to reward me with 10%. Okay. So 10% interest. So 10% of 100 is, so after 1 year, bank is saying, see, take your rupees 100 rupees back. Plus, because you kept the money with me, I give you 10 rupees. So this is rupees 110. Okay. Everybody understands this. So what happens when I, like, suppose here on 31st December, I try to take my money out. A, they will say, no, you can't take it out. Or B, they will say, okay, take it out. I will not give you any interest. Because what have I promised? I have promised you interest after 1 year per annum. Okay. So that is the case. So I may not get anything, but because I've kept it till this, I'm getting 110. In semi-annually, what happens is this. 10th of May, 2024, and this is 9th of May, 2025. Oh, this is 2025. Okay. So 10th of May, 2024, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So 9th of November, 9th of November 2024, what the bank is saying, okay, you kept the money with us for 6 months and we promised you semi-annually. Semi means adha. So semi-annually means half the year. So because you kept it here, we will pay you. So will they pay me 10 rupees? No, they will pay me half the amount. So 5 rupees. So my 100 rupees plus 5 rupees. So this is 105. This is the money 105. Now on this 105, they will give me interest for 5%, at the rate of 5% for half the year. Okay. So this is how they are going to do it. Okay. Understood? I hope everybody's understood the logic behind it. So same thing in quarterly, what are you going to do? Quarterly, you're going to divide the year into 4 quarters. Okay, monthly you're going to divide by 12. See, we have written the conversion period 12. Number of conversion per period in a year is this thing, compounded annually. So compounded monthly, it is 12. Now, in what time will 8,000 amount to 8820 at 10% per annum interest compounded half yearly? Okay, so here what I have question is, Amount is how much? A is equal to P 1 plus I raised to N. Amount is how much? 8820. Principal is how much? 8,000. Compounded half yearly 1 plus this is 5%, 5 upon 100 raised to N. N is how much? In what time? So N, I will write only N. Okay. So how much is this? 8820 upon 8,000. So what will I have? 8820 upon 8,000 is equal to 1.05 raised to N. So 8820 upon 8,000 is equal to 1.1025 is equal to 1.05 raised to N. Okay. Now, there are two ways to solve this. Either I take the logs on both sides and then do it, or rather three ways. So, I can take logs on both sides, find the log, find N. Okay. Second method is that using the calculator. Now, I have 1.10. So, what I will do on the calculator, I will write 1.05 and I will say multiply. Okay. 1.05 and then press the multiply button and then press the equal to button. So how much am I getting? 2. Okay. And what is the answer? 1.01025. Okay. So that means 2. That means n is 2 because I just multiplied it 2 times. So n will be equal to 2. Third method, if you don't understand this, just see from the options. Okay. So wherever that will be 2, you will get the answer. Now remember this n. Okay. This is important. This is not 2 years. Okay. Very important is these are 2 half years. 2 half years means n is how much? N is equal to 1 year. Okay, n is equal to 1 year. Okay, let us 8,000 into 1.05 is 8820. It should be just a minute. Into 2, no? Divided by 8,000 is equal to 1.10. It's a conversion period. 5%. 1.05 into 1.05. 2. So 2 conversion is 2 years. 2 conversion period. 2 conversion periods. Okay. So you will have 2 conversion period 1.05, 1.0, 1.1025. Sorry, 1.1025 into 8,820. Okay, this is 2. So you have 2 conversion periods. So that is 2 years. Okay. Yes, Aisha, you will see, you will not only 2, you will do, see, now in this case it is coming. What is happening? 1.05 into 1.05. Find out what the answer is. So this is 1.1025. So this happened over here, but if it does not happen, you will have to do it again. Okay. So till the time you get the answer on the left hand side. Okay. So 8820, okay, 8820 is equal to 8,000 into 1 plus I upon 100 raised to n. Okay. So 8820 upon 8000 is equal to 1.1025 is equal to 1. I here will be, how much is this? Two conversions. Okay. Semi-annually, compounded half yearly. So that means my I is equal to 10% upon 2, which is equal to 5%. So this is equal to 1.05 raised to n. So how much is this? This is coming into me as this much. Now coming to future value. Future value. See, now the very important. Now I will show it to you with timeline. Here, 10th May 2024. I am here. And this is 9th May 2029. Okay. So how many years? 5 years. Okay. Now what happens here is, suppose today any amount I have, suppose I have 10,000 rupees. Now after 5 years, the amount becomes 30,000. Then this is known as a present value of this amount. Okay. This is known as the present value of this amount, and this is known as the future value of 10,000. So in this case, we say 30,000 is the present value of 10,000, or the question can be asked. So I will say 10,000 is the present value of 30,000. Okay. So now what happens is, there are two options about it. So I have this amount 10,000, and then it becomes 30,000. So this is called as a lump sum. Okay, one amount. But you may also have what is called as the concept of annuity. What does annuity talk about? Annuity talks about the amount I can get after that I put in, or I can get. Okay, so suppose what happens is, I open a recurring deposit. I open a recurring deposit in a bank. So what does it say? Every year I will put some money in it. Okay. So in this case, on 10th May, I put in 10,000. Then next month, on next year, 9th May 2025, I put 10,000. Then 9th May 2026, I put another 10,000. Now what happens here? How much is the amount I have? 10,000. Now what will happen here? This 10,000 plus this 10,000, I have 20,000. And obviously bank is going to give me some interest also for keeping the money for 1 year. What will happen here? It will be 30,000 plus whatever the bank will give me money for keeping interest for 2 years. Now, the question is, this 10,000 I have kept for 2 years. This is 2 years. But what about this? What about this? This money I have kept only for 1 year. Okay. So therefore the interest calculation for this 10,000 will be for 1 year, and for this 10,000 it will be for 2 years. Okay. Then third year again it will be 10,000 on 9/5/2027. I will have 40,000 plus this amount. For this 10,000 I will earn an interest for 3 years, 2 years and 1 year. Okay. This is the basic concept behind my solving of the future value and present value, and what is the concept of annuity. Okay. So I hope you've understood. Just put it in the chat box if you understood what is called as present value, what is called as future value, what is called as this annuity. Okay. Up till now, if you've understood, just put it in the chat box so that we can move forward and understand. Yes, Neha, Yukta, Parul, very good. Now let us understand two things. I have this timeline and I have this timeline. Suppose I have to pay immediately. Suppose I have a loan and my EMI starts from today itself. Then what happens is, or if I want to deposit an amount every year, so I start my RD. So this is 10,000 just now, then 10,000, then 10,000, then 10,000. So this is called as annuity immediate. Okay. This and the regular annuity, this is called as the regular. When my EMI starts after 1 year, after one time period, so then this is called as a regular, and what starts immediately is called as immediate annuity. AG, you want explaining again? Okay, so you have to see, like, if I keep deposit, see, always, if you heard of SIP, if you heard of recurring deposit, what does these things mean tell you is that sometimes what happens is if I have money with me, I may spend it. And if I want to, like, I'll say, okay, let me get, see, today I can afford to keep 1,000 rupees uh, safely away. I don't need that much. I can put it in savings. So what will happen is I will keep it in the bank account, but some emergency comes, I will spend it. So what banks also do, like you have a concept of recurring deposit. So what will the bank do that time is they will say, okay, you have 1,000 just now, keep depositing that 1,000 and we will pay you interest for the whatever amount you are depositing. So 1,000. So if I have a 5 years recurring deposit, so 1,000 into 12 months into 5 years. So that is 1,000 rupees I've kept with the bank for 60 years. Okay, 60 months. So it is going to earn me interest. Otherwise, if I keep waiting for, suppose if I keep waiting for that when I will have 10,000 only, then I will deposit, then it becomes very difficult. Okay. Just put on the charger. Yes, Kunal, you have a question? Can you put it in the chat box? Okay. सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज कि अगर मेरे पास इस वक्त कम पैसे हैं और मेरे पास इतने ज्यादा अमाउंट नहीं है कि मैं बैंक में जाऊँ और बड़ा सा एफडी खोलूं, तो मेरे पास अगर थोड़े थोड़े पैसे हर महीने जमा हो रहे हैं तो मैं वो थोड़े थोड़े पैसे बैंक में डालती जाती हूँ। तो अगर मेरे पास हर महीने सिर्फ 1,000 रुपए साइड में पड़ रहे हैं, तो मैं वो 1,000 रुपए हर महीने बैंक में जाकर डिपॉजिट करती हूँ, उसको बोलते हैं आरडी। तो उसमें क्या हो जाता है, हर महीने आपको ब्याज मिलता है। जितना भी आप अमाउंट डालते हो उस सब पे, और जो पहले डाला है उस पे आपको डिपॉजिट में, उस डिपॉजिट पे आपको इंटरेस्ट मिल जाता है। ओके, तो ये दिस इज द बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ ऑफ एन्युटी। उसको जब हम बोलते हैं तो उसको एन्युटी बोलते हैं। दैट इज वन पार्ट। दूसरा होता है कि हम लोन जब लेते हैं तो हमें तुरंत पैसे मिल जाते हैं, बड़ी अमाउंट, और हम उसको हर महीने थोड़े थोड़े करके हम उसको रीपे करते हैं। वो भी एक तरह की एन्युटी है। ओके, सो what is future value? Future value is the cash value of an investment at some point in the future. It is tomorrow's value of today's money. Okay. So single value, yeah, this is the formula for our compound interest. Okay, this is raised to n. Okay, this is raised to n. This is now, and CF is called as a single cash flow. You invest 3,000 in a 2-year investment that pays you 12% per annum. Calculate future value. So future value is equal to cash flow into 1 plus I is interest raised to n is the conversion period. How much is this? 3,000 cash flow, 1 plus 12 upon 100 into n is 2 years, okay, in a 2-year. So this is equal to 3,000 into 1.12 square. Now 1.12 square, I have shown it here for is 3,000 into 1.2544. How much is this? Anybody can tell me answer? 3, 7, something. What is ENT concept? AG? What are you? Yes, 3763. Yukta, Raj, Sri. Okay, answer is correct. Excellent. So 37, you got the answer. Okay. See what you have to do with the calculator, you will be able to understand. Don't worry about that. Now, we are going to annuity. What if it is not a single amount, but there is a regular amount paid, received per period? Okay. So, regular annuity. So, what will be the, if A be the periodic payment, ये मेरा हफ्ता है जो मुझे भरना पड़ता है. So, this is my EMI. So, that annuity, the future value of an annuity is equal to this is the amount I'm depositing because we are talking about the future value here. So this is the amount I will save every month. So how much amount will I get? So suppose I have open an RD of 1,000 rupees per month. And so after 5 years, what is the amount I will get? That is called as the future value. So ANI, so future value of the annuity is given by A, that is the installment or the amount that I'm paying into 1 plus I raised to n minus 1 upon I. Okay. So remember this minus 1 is above the line. Okay. So 1 plus I raised to n minus 1 is the whole thing is in the numerator and divided by I in the denominator. Yes, very good. AG, Devendra, Ayesha, Shri, Raj, Yukta. Okay, you've got the answer correctly. So let us see. Find the future value of an annuity of 500 made annually for 7 years at an interest of 14% compounded annually. Okay, this is given that this is raised to, okay, this is 1.14 raised to 7 is equal to 2.5023. Now, how much will this be? You are asked to find the future value of 500 rupees. This means what? Every year I am putting 500 rupees. Okay. What is the rate of interest? 14%, and it is compounded annually. So 14%. So A is how much? 500. I is how much? 14%. So this is 1.14. How many years? 7 years minus 1. Divided by what is I? I is 0.14. Now this is 5,000 into, this is 2.5023. 2.5023 minus 1 upon 0.14. How much is this minus this? 1. So 5,000 into 1.5023 upon 0.14. So how much will this be equal to? Let us see. 1.5023 into 5,000 is equal to 7511 divided by 0.14. Oh, this is 500. It's 500. So, how much am I got the answer? 5365. 5365. Yes. It will depend on the decimals, okay? Just you can do it both ways. You can say you can either divide and then multiply, but same thing. 500 into 1.50. So 1.5023 divided by 0.145. Okay. 1.5023 divided by, अरे 5 1.502 0.023 divided by 0.14, 10.7 into 500, 5365. Okay. Govind, you will calculate. Okay, I will show you. See, what you can do is just put 1.14 in your calculator. Okay. Okay. 1.14 in your calculator. Press the multiplication and then press the equal to sign. Okay. There you will be doing this up to 6 because this is already 1. So up to 6 when you do, you will get this value. See. You can do it with me. I will wait for you. Okay. Try to do it. 1.14 into equal to. This becomes 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, and 7 times. Okay. So 2.5023. Okay. Or there is another way where you have the tables, If you see in a study material at the back, there is annexure. Okay. There they have given you this. I think I have here also. So there they have given you how much is this raised to years. Okay. So you can use the table. Yes, yes, Govind. Most welcome. Okay. So before we go for further, I think it is 3 o'clock. Break ले ले. अशोक जी. हेलो. ठीक है, अभी 5 मिनट और कर लेते हैं. So 200 is invested at the end of each month into an account paying interest at 6% per year compounded monthly. What is the future value of this annuity after 10th payment? Okay. So 1.005 raised to 10 is equal to this much. Here, see, because what they are saying is invested at the end of each month. So this 6% is important that you divide the 6 by 12 and not 10 months. Because what is the future value of this annuity after the 10th payment? Interest will be divided by 12. But after every month, you will earn interest and they are asking after 10th payment. So 6% upon 12 will give you how much? 6 upon 12 is 2, 0.05. 0.5. Okay. 0.5%. Okay. In terms of percentage, it is 0.5%. Okay. So this is important that you understand over here. Okay. One more thing I want to before. Okay. Let me see. I just want to show it to you over here. See, this is very important that you understand. Okay, in this question, suppose your dad purchases a car for 5,50,000. He gets a loan for 5,000. Okay, 5,000 at 15% and balance 50%. Okay, your dad has to pay the whole amount of loan in 12 equal monthly installments. Okay, in 12 equal monthly installment is the important word here. In this case, what is happening is here my I, here my I is going to be divided by 12 because here it is 12 monthly equal installments because here the focus is on not the number of years. They just want all the money that you have to pay. That is your principal as well as interest. They want to compute for 12 months and that the whole thing they want to divide by 12 so that you have 12 equal monthly installment. But the here what will happen is if he pays equal 20 equal installment for 20 years, okay? So here it is not 20 equal installment, it is 20 years. So in this case, you will not divide the I by anything. The I will be as it is given to you. Okay, just be careful that you understand and remember to read properly so that when you are doing this, अरे थोड़ी सी गलती होगी, थोड़ी सी नहीं होती वो आपको देखनी पड़ेगी कि आपको यहाँ से क्या लेना है. ठीक है. So this is one part we wanted to, and you wanted the seventh sum. Let me see, where is this? Where are the questions? Okay, let me see where the questions are. Where is the question paper? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, this you want seventh question. Okay, no, not this one. No, you want for 4A. You want for 4A or 4B? Seventh question somebody was asking. 4B, questions 2 and 4, seventh of question 4A. Yes, just a minute, Devendra. I think Aisha also had asked. Okay, exercise 4A. 4A, seventh question. P is this much, A is this much, and R is this much. Simple interest will be, if a simple interest. Okay, yes. Seventh question. Let me try to solve it here. So principal is this much, amount is this much. What is the interest? Interest will be equal to 10200 minus 8500. How much is this? 8 10200 minus 8500 कितना है 1700, right? 1700. Now this is the interest. This is equal to PIT. P is how much? 8500. Rate of interest is 12.5 into time, I don't know, upon 100. Okay. Into time. This zeros and this zero will get cancelled. So 1700 is equal to 835 into 12.5 into T. So T will be equal to 1700 upon 85 into 12.5, which is equal to 85. 1062. 1700 divided by 1062.5. 1700 divided by 1062.5 is 1.6. 1.6. Seventh answer is A. What is the answer for the seventh question? You just put the answer whether or not it is correct. Okay. So it should be coming to 1 year, 7 months. Yes, A is the answer. Is correct. So A will be the answer. Have you understood now? Everybody would ask this question. Yes. What is the next requirement? Question 2 and 4 or 4B? No, no. See, why it is answer is 1.6 is because we have done directly on the calculator. Okay. You will not have this question over there, you know. Where is my book? Just a minute. Okay. So the slight mistake may be there while printing. Okay. So that will not be a question. You will not have this 1 year, 7 months, and 1 year, 1.5 year very close if this answer is not correct. Okay. So this 1.6 is there. I think by mistake they have written like this. Okay. So 1 year, 6 months, they want to say actually A and C. No, you may feel this is 1.5 years, so this is 1.5. So actually, this should be the way forward. So let us see. Okay. Okay, now, okay, you have not understood this 1.6. See, it is 1 year and zero point 0.6 of an year. Okay, that is why you are getting confused. Zero point 0.6 of an year. What is 0.6? It is not half. 6 months नहीं है उसका आंसर. ये 0.6 ऑफ एन ईयर है. ईयर में कितने महीने होते हैं? 12. सो दिस इज इक्वल टू 12 into 0.6. So 12 into 0.6 is how much? 7.2 months. Is that clear? That is why, okay, this is a very good question. I forgot about it. 1 year and 7 months. So this is, see, divide करने के बाद हमारे पास 1.6 आ रहा है. But that is not the answer. It is not zero point 0.6. ओके, इट इज नॉट हाफ अ ईयर. 6 महीने नहीं है उसका आंसर. ये जो 0.6 है, 0.6 ऑफ एन ईयर है. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. 0.6 ऑफ एन ईयर. 0.6 ऑफ एन ईयर मतलब 0.6 को 12 से मल्टीप्लाई करो तो 7.2 मंथ्स होते हैं. सो व्हाट इज द आंसर? फाइनल आंसर इज 1 year and 7 months. बिकॉज 7.2 मंथ्स, वापस ये 0.2 करेंगे तो 0.2 into 30 करना पड़ेगा. 30 days के लिए. ओके, so has everybody understood? Yes, excellent. uh, अशोक जी, हाँ, एक 5 मिनट का ब्रेक लेते हैं. ओके. पारुल ठीक है, देखते हैं क्या है। Can see, everybody can see this. Yes. Let me know. अशोक जी शुरू करें? शुरू है? यस। Let me see where the second exercise is. Two and four. Okay, let us see what is the second question. Second question, rupees 100 will become after 20 years at 5% compound interest. Okay. How much will it become? Okay. Now I have, so 100 into 1.05 raised to 20. So will be equal to 100 into 1.05 raised to 20. 1.05 raised to 20. 2.6. This is equal to 2.6532, which is equal to 265.32. Okay. See, now what has happened is, why there is a difficulty is this 265 is the amount. Amount is equal to 265.33. Okay. And what is the principal? Principal is 100. So what is the compound interest? 265 minus 100, it is 165.33. And therefore C will be the correct answer. Okay. What they are saying is, see, that is the what happens is, because we are so used to calculating. So we calculated the amount, you calculated it correctly. But what is happening is they are asking you the compound interest. So you have to subtract the principal and you will get the answer. Okay. Now, fourth question. A machine is depreciating at the rate of 20% on reducing balance. The original cost of the machine was 1 lakh and its ultimate scrap value was 30,000. The effective life of the machine is. So, here what is happening, the important word is 20% on reducing balance. Means what? I is equal to minus 20%. Okay. So I will have A to be equal to P into 1 minus I upon 100 raised to N. Okay. Now this is what? This is equal to P is 1 lakh into 1 minus, that is 20%. So 1 minus 0.2 raised to N. So this is how much? 0.8. So this is 1 lakh into 0.8 raised to N. And how much is this? This is equal to 30,000 because that is the final amount. Okay, scrap value means the last. We know in accounts, we know what is depreciation. We know the uh, scrap value or the last value that remains. So a machinery which is costing me 1 lakh today, after how many years will it become 30,000? Because every year there is a depreciation or there is a wear and tear of 20%. So this I have to solve. So once I solve this, I will be able to get the answer. Okay. So you can do this by logs. So if I take logs on both sides, what will I have? Let me, where is the color? Note this color I will put in the red color. Okay. So on the left hand side, it is log of 1 lakh. Okay. Plus n log 0.8 is equal to log of 30,000. Okay. Now, how much is log of 1 lakh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it is 5 because this is log of 10 raised to 5. So this is 5 plus n log of 0.8. Log of 0.8 is how much? 0.8 log. This is equal to n of minus 0.0969 is equal to log of 30,000. So 30,000 and log. This is 4.47712. 4.47712 minus 5. It is giving me 0.52. Okay. This is giving me how much? This is giving me minus 0.5228. ठीक है, यहाँ 4.47 है, ये जो +5 है वो वहां लेके गई मैं तो वो माइनस हो गया, तो यू गेट दिस मच. एंड नाउ n विल बी इक्वल टू minus 0.5228 डिवाइडेड बाय 0.0969 विद अ माइनस साइन. ऊपर वाला भी माइनस है, नीचे वाला भी माइनस है, प्लस हो जाएगा. डिवाइडेड बाय 0.0969 which is equal to 5 years, 4 months. Is B the option? Okay, 5.39. I'm getting this as 5.39 years. So B should be the correct option. A part is the answer. देखिए क्या हो गया. 4.5 instead of 5.4. No, this is correct, I think. Okay, just check the calculation, but this method is correct. And this should give you the correct answer. See, log of 0.8. 0.8 log is how much? 0.0969. Have I written that correctly? 0.096 point. Log of 30,000. Okay, 30,000 log. This is 4.477 minus 5.52. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 lakh है ना? The cost. 5 minus 4.7712. Answer is 0.2288. Oh, and happen. 5 minus 4.47712, 0.5288 divided by 0.0969 is 5 point. So B is the correct answer. Okay. Yes, Raj, B is the correct answer. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I think I have solved everybody's questions that you had. 7 and 13 of 4B. पारुल आप धीरे धीरे पूरा एक्सरसाइज ही मुझसे सॉल्व करवाओगे. 7 and 13. Okay, let us see. Let us see. Okay, seventh question. Now, seventh question is the difference between compound interest and simple interest on certain sum of money invested for 3 years at 6% is the same. Okay. So, what will be the compound interest? Compound interest will be amount minus principal. What is the amount? Amount is P into 1 plus I raised to N and minus P. So, compound interest will be equal to P into 1 plus I raised to N minus 1. Okay. Now, either I can use all the formula and do it, but for this sum, use the option. Okay, use the option. Now, let us see for 3000 for 3 years, 6%. What is the compound interest? So, this is equal to 3000 into 1.06 raised to 3. How much is this? 1.06 raised to 3. Okay. Such sum, it is better that you use the option 1.06 raised to 3. 1.06 raised to 1.19. Okay. 1.19 into 3000 is equal to 3573 is equal to 3573. Okay. Now, what will be the simple interest? Simple interest will be 3000 into 3 into 6 upon 100. How much is the simple interest? This is equal to 3000 into 18 is how much? Upon divided by 100. 540. Okay. 18 into 3000 upon 100. Okay. 540. So this is equal to 540. Okay. Now this is from this I have to subtract 3000. So my compound interest is how much? 573. Now 573 minus 540, it is not 110, obviously. Now let us go to the next amount. 3700. 3700 into 18. Okay, that is common upon 100. So the interest for this, for simple interest, it is 666. Okay. Now let us see for compound interest. It is how much? Because see what is happening, this 1.06 raised to 3 is going to remain the same. So 1.06 raised to 3 is equal to 1. This is equal to 1.191016. ओके, ये आप कैलकुलेट करके रख दीजिए, वो हर जगह वही यूज करना है. This into 3700 is how much? 4406 minus 3700. So compound interest is 706.75. Okay. This minus 660 is how much? 46. So this is also not the answer. So similarly do for 12,000, similarly do for 10,000. The difference you will find will be, one of them will be this. So 12,000 into 18, 12,000 into 18 is 2160 and 12,000 into 1.191016 is 14,000 minus 12,000 is 2292. 2292 minus 2160, 132. Okay, so this is very near the answer. So let us try for 10,000. 10,000 into 18, 1800 and 1.191016 into 10,000 is how much? 1910.6. So 19 minus 1800 1910 minus 1800. 1910 minus 1800, 110. Okay. So D is the correct answer. Okay. See this is the simplest formula. Okay. Compound interest. You have to take the principal. Okay. 1 plus I raised to n. Now I is how much in this case? It is 6%. So I will directly write 1 plus 0.06 because 6 upon 100 is this much. 1 plus 0.6 is how much? 1.06. So that is why I write it directly. P into 1.06 raised to n. So this is the important part. Once you do that, you will not have any issues. Okay? Understood now? Yes, Parul? The annual birth and death rate per thousand are 39 and 19.4, 39.4 and 19.4 respectively. The number of years in which the population will be doubled, assuming there is no migration or immigration, will be how many? How many years? The 39.5, 39.4 and 19.4. Difference is how much? 20. Okay. So 20 births are more because what does this mean? Okay, for every 1000%, how many people, how many children are born? 39.4 children are born. But at the same time, how many deaths take place? 19.4. So every year there are 39.4 people more, but because of the death, the number of people come down. So what is the net? So every year 39.4 minus 19.4 means 20 people are born every year. Okay, the population is going to rise by 20 every year. Every year 39.4 will be born. Every year 19.4 will die. So every year how many new people are there? 20 new people are there. Okay. But this 20 is for how many people? 1000 people. Okay. So into 100 because we want in percentage. So this 0 and these two zeros get cancelled. So what is the birth rate? Birth rate is 2%. Okay. Birth rate is 2%. And now what I want is in the number of years in which the population will be doubled. Okay. So what is happening is I have a rate. My amount is how much? Amount will be equal to 2p because it is double, which is equal to p 1.02 raised to n. N is the number of years in which it will double, and 2% is the 20 people, new people are there for every 1000 people. So for that means the rate of increase in population is this. So how much is this? PP will get cancelled. So I have 2 is equal to 1.02 raised to n. I take logs on both sides. So log of 2 is equal to n log 1.02. Log 2 is how much? 2 log is 3010. 0.3010 n into log of 1.02. 1.02 log is 0.008600 into 0.3010. 34.99, which is equal. So n is equal to 0.3010 upon 0.008600. It is giving me 34.99. So where is the answer? A. Is A the answer? Log, you have to use the log tables, beta. You can't do anything. They will give you the log tables, okay? Or they will give you the log of this is this much. In the exam you will get whatever is there in the annexure na, in your book in a study material you will get that. You will get the annuity tables, you will get the log tables. You have to ask for it, okay? It is not given with every question paper. If you need it you have to ask for it, okay? So all you need to do is, and that is why this first chapter on logarithm is, that's why I keep telling you, up till the third to fourth chapter, that is up to inequalities, those chapters you have to do very thoroughly. Okay? You have to understand how to form the equation. You must understand how to find the log. That is very, very important. Okay? And once you know that, you can easily do it from the log table. Okay? All our life we have been using log tables. I did my MSc also before my CA. That time also we are using log tables. The calculators came very later on because in the exam they will not allow the calculators, right? Okay, don't worry. So you have to, so for that you need to practice. You know what happens is you will take your brothers and sisters scientific calculator and see the log. That is not useful. Like even right now I use log table from the calculator. Why? Because we don't want to spend time searching. Okay. But for you, you make it a habit of like those 4 or 5 pages, na, get it printed. Hmm? Get it printed. You will use that paper for a long time. So it's hardly 4 or 5 pages. So those you pages you use while you're solving, so that you get used to looking at another paper other than your question paper. Because see, in the exam, what happens is you have a question paper, then you have a sheet to color the circles, and then you have this and this. Log tables and the annuity tables. So you get used to sitting on a table, everything is around you, Otherwise, so many things are falling down, the paper is falling, the pens are falling, pencils are falling. We don't want that. Okay. So for that, you must get used to this. And that's why I keep telling you, appear for your mock test. Mock test will give you a dress rehearsal of what the exam is like, and apart from the question, it's more important how you are going to sit, where you're going to put your pencil, paper, all those things, you get used to it. And then on the final day, you're not afraid and you don't miss anything. Calculator is simple calculator is allowed, Rahul, not the scientific one. Okay, they have given you in the exam this thing they have given you instruction, which is the calculator. Simple Casio or any ORPED calculator you can use. Okay, the simple where only the percentage and the square root sign is there, not scientific calculator. They will not allow you. Okay, and so you have this log tables. You have the same. Yes, Aisha, most welcome. So I think this. Let us see what more I have to take. I don't have right now. When I have my next lecture, I'll see if I have my calculator that time in the classroom. Then I will show it to you. Simple. At least I'll share the pictures. Okay, I'll share the pictures. Yes, because nowadays we use Excel only, so we don't need so much of calculator. So we do the calculation on Excels. But exam point of view, you must, and whatever calculator you use just now, you use from now till the exam. Don't change your calculator. बड़े प्यार से ना मम्मी डैडी नया कैलकुलेटर ले देते हैं दूसरे कंपनी का, वो मत कीजिएगा प्लीज. जो कैलकुलेटर की आपको आदत है वही वाला यूज कीजिएगा, क्योंकि वहां पे फिर बहुत गड़बड़ हो जाती है. बिकॉज इन some calculators the cancel sign is on the left, on this other it is on the right. Don't do that. Okay. No, no, log sheet, nothing you can carry in the exam center. They will give you. Okay, they will give you the log table. And even if you have your log table, they will not allow you to use it. Okay, it's not like in class 12th we used to carry. Now they will not allow. Okay. Yes, Abhinandan, thank you. Thank to you too also. Yes. Casio calculator can be used. They have given the specification. Next time I will see what is the specification. I will show you the even pictures of which are the allowed ones. Okay, so that you don't have any this thing. Simple calculator. Okay. बट थोड़ा सा साइज बड़ा रहेगा, छोटा सा रहता है ना पॉकेट वाला, वो मत लीजिए, बिकॉज इन द एग्जाम you like pressing the wrong button, it's very much of a possibility. Okay, so just have a little decent size calculator where you can, like, press, and you're so expert using your mobiles, na? So you won't have any problem using the calculator also. Okay. No, you don't get extra sheet, Ruhani. You don't get extra sheets. All that question paper that you have, you can scribble anywhere you want. There is a last sheet over there. Huh? So that's why keep telling you, use to writing, doing something like if it is 6%, like in the example I was saying. So should be like you should directly think about 1.06%. Okay, until unless there is a conversion. But other than that, you should directly use that. Okay. No, no, Parul, you have to pick the correct answer. Okay. Yes. Yes. Very good. Thank you. Yeah, that is allowed. That is an allowed calculator. That is an allowed calculator. That is the right size, that you can hold it on in your hand also. You can use it also. Okay. Nobody will have any problem. Just make sure the battery is there. You can change the battery, put in a fresh battery. Make sure your calculator has both the solar as well as the battery one, so that it becomes easier for you in case your solar is not working. So just make sure that the calculator is good, because everything in mathematics is maths. When I say maths, obviously statistics play, your calculator plays a very important part, and nobody is going to share the calculator with you on the exam date. So just make sure you're doing it. Yes, Abhinandan, there is a negative marking. And always remember, be confident, but not overconfident. And so there is a very thin line. I can understand that, but don't waste your time on one question over and over again, especially when it is a fair value and present value. Just think, what happens is you that is why I keep telling, use model test papers, use RTP. Why that is important is because once when you're solving from the book, all questions in any exercise will be one after the other of the same content. So you should know how to mix the questions and answer. One question on time value of money, another question on inequalities, next question on something else, permutation, combination. So you should be used to switching on, switching off. Okay, okay, ये हो गया, अभी अगला क्वेश्चन क्या है, तो you should be able to do that. Yes, negative marking in all subjects except English, I think. I don't, because how will they give you negative marks on a language paper? Natasha, what have you sent? Let me see. Natasha has sent something. Yes, Natasha, that is the right calculator. Okay, no problems with that. Yes, Natasha, the calculator is okay. Yeah, no problem. Yes. नहीं नहीं, सब्जेक्टिव में नहीं होगी वैष्णवी, सब्जेक्टिव में नहीं होगी। वो वहां पे कम मार्क्स दे ही सकते हैं ना वहां पे आपको। इंग्लिश में जैसे आपका आंसर उतना अच्छा नहीं हुआ तो वो कम दे देंगे। नेगेटिव मार्किंग एमसीक्यूज में रहती है, जितने भी आपके एमसीक्यू क्वेश्चन पेपर है ना उसमें होंगे। एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? I would like to repeat once again, what first first in the morning you should do all the problem solving questions anytime. एंड योर एग्जाम टाइम, यू नो योर एग्जाम टाइम। आप बोलेंगे मुझे 10 बजे उठने की आदत है, तो नहीं चलेगा। आप अब से बॉडी को आदत लगाइए, इतने से इतने बजे तक आपको फ्रेश रहना है एग्जाम पीरियड ना। आपको फ्रेश रहना, उससे 2 घंटा पहले उठने की आदत डाल लीजिए। तो क्योंकि उस दिन फिर क्या होता है, आप उस मोड में रहते हैं। ओके, तो बॉडी को उस हिसाब से आप आदत डालिए कि 2 घंटे पहले मैं फ्रेश होके, 2 घंटे पहले मेरा नहाना धोना, मेरा नाश्ता सब होके मैं वहां बैठा हूँ। मतलब वो जो लास्ट 2 आवर्स है ना, जब मैं एकदम एट पीस, मुझे कोई काम नहीं बचा, मेरे बैग भर चुकी है, मेरे को बस अब जाके अच्छे से लिखना है और मैं बहुत फ्रेश हूँ। ये आपके दिमाग में होना चाहिए। दैट हैज टू बी वेरी वेरी क्लियर। डोंट बी इन अ हैबिट ऑफ स्लीपिंग लेट एट नाइट, गेटिंग अप लेट इन द मॉर्निंग। नो, just change your cycle, and it will take time, it will take at least 7 to 8 days for your body to get used to sleeping early, getting up early. Okay, that is very necessary. I can understand it is a lot of summer, so you don't feel like studying in the daytime, but you have to do. You can even visit libraries where there is AC or where it is cool, so you could do that. Yes, Rahul, there is not a question of tight marking, you know. What is tight marking? It means like what the institute expects is that what you know, you should answer well. If you don't know something, okay, don't answer it and give a wrong answer. That's what they are expecting from you. Okay? And don't, and somebody will say कि they want to fail so many students, this, that, nothing. Institute will never do such a thing that you are a deserving candidate and they will like fail you for no reason. And that will not happen. And especially in MCQ, how will they cut marks? If you do something wrong, right? So that has to, you have to listen to what the institute is saying. You have to read the RTP, see the level of English for subjective questions, Hindi or English, whichever medium you're answering. See what they're expecting, how they want you to answer. ओके, अच्छे से करो जो आप कर रहे हो, अच्छे से करो, बजाय इसके कि आप 100 क्वेश्चन से आपको 100 क्वेश्चन पूरे करने हैं। उससे अच्छा 82% क्वेश्चन से आप अच्छे से करो। सो you have more chance of getting 72 than attempting 100, and because of the negative marks it is coming down to less than 50. There is of no point, right? So, and that will happen when you clock, na? Even when you're sitting at home and doing, see, 10 question in how many seconds, how many minutes are you able to answer? And so mix and match will make you used to it. Attempting the model paper, time लगा के ये देख लीजिए, उल्टा कीजिए। ऐसा नहीं है, आप ये कीजिए कि 20 मिनट्स का मैंने क्लॉक लगाया, उसमें मैंने कितने क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए। बस आप पहले ऐसे देखिए, उल्टा देखिए, टाइम लगा दिया और क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए। तो धीरे धीरे क्या होगा, टाइम उतना ही रहेगा, आपके मोर एंड मोर क्वेश्चंस यू विल बी एबल टू आंसर। सो इन 20 मिनट्स यू विल बी easily answering more and more questions. Okay, and you can do it subject wise. Why? Because in the just one chapter wise, because in one chapter earlier sums are easy, later on the exercises become difficult, so that time it becomes difficult. Okay, so what you do is you start solving, and then slowly and slowly you will in model test papers and model papers and RTP, you get those questions and you try to solve them more and more. Okay. नहीं नहीं, ऐसे ही ठीक है, वो क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, वो एक बोलने लगा तो दो तीन बोलने लगते हैं फिर। यहाँ से कैसे मुझे पता लगता है किसका क्वेश्चन है? एनी अदर क्वेश्चन यू हैव? एनी अदर डाउट यू हैव? Some suggestions? Those who write English but they are another medium student? See, that is what I was saying. If you are like from vernacular, so maybe you are a Telugu student or a Marathi student and you are attempting in English, how will you cover up? You will cover up by writing. Okay? you can either go in for Hindi, but Hindi is also like, the technical language of Hindi. You may have given a Hindi question paper in like 100 marks paper, but that is not. When you're studying for CA exam, it's a different Hindi. So what you should do is, if you're trying to attempt in English, you have to read more. Okay, read whatever the study material is saying. Like I just now told you, 30 equal installments and 30 years. They are different. So you need to read more. And it is not unachievable. So many friends, my friends are there who have not studied in convents, but still they are doing excellently as CAs, because see, once you have taken away the fear that I won't be able to write in English, nothing is impossible because you are intelligent. You know the topic, you know the subject. What you have to do is you have to just practice writing in English. Just let me see, Yukta. Yes, Yukta, this is correct. Yes, Kunal. I try to, because but our institute's medium is English, and this we usually use English. Why? So that those of you who are going to answer in English will get used to this language, how the language is there. That is why. Any particular doubt you have, you write it down. I will always solve in Hindi. No problem with that. Okay, I think this is more than enough. Any doubts you have, any questions you have for next time also we are meeting, so we can solve more and more questions. Do you have a Bengali medium question paper? I don't think so. I think it's only English and Hindi. And see, whatever, if even if you like do, but intermediate, it will be in English and Hindi. So English, it is better you start off now itself. Okay. And no problem, Kunal. There is no problem. I just want you to be know more. That is what that there is no nothing against this. Okay. सभी भाषाएं बहुत अच्छी हैं। मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप जब इंटरमीडिएट में जाए तो आपको पहले से इन सब की आदत हो जाती है कि किस तरह से आंसर करना है, क्या देखना है, ठीक है, किस तरह से पढ़ना है, तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट, हैव अ ग्रेट डे अहेड। ओके अशोक जी, ठीक है, सेशन बंद करें। यस कुणाल। यस, ओवर हो गया। थैंक यू।